All right, so today is Monday, the 20th of June, excuse me, 2016. I'm sitting with Danie Oosthuizen and a group of people. We're doing sales training. I'm going to do a full sales presentation with Danie from start to finish. And I've asked the people present that they ask questions as we go along. So, Danie, now that I know more about you as my client and we've socialized, etc., I am ready to start speaking to you about the stock market.
Super.
Okay. Please, anyone that talks, you must speak loudly so that we can record it lekker.
Okay.
So, Danie, what I have here is I have a grid. I actually brought a pack along with 4 pages.
Okay.
On my top page, I have this grid. I use this grid for a reason. There are 5 questions on the grid. So that makes sure that I don't forget to go through you with all 5 of these questions. All the answers you give me, I'm going to write down. Then we can see what's important to you. And the other thing is we don't have to remember all this stuff because we can refer back to it.
Okay, super.
You with me?
Thank you.
Okay, so let me start with question 1. The first question I want to ask you, Danie, is have you ever traded the stock market?
No, never before.
Not at all?
No.
Okay. What I want to know from you now is what has kept you away?
Well, knowledge, I would say.
No knowledge.
No knowledge.
Okay. Okay. So you've said no knowledge. I know it's a kind of a repeat of the question or of your answer, but so how much do you know about the stock market? If I say to you on a scale, 0 is nothing,
Okay.
and 10 is a lot, where would you place yourself?
Oh, I think a 1.
A 1.
Yeah.
That high, eh?
Yeah.
Okay. So is it safe for me to say that what you're really telling me is as you sit there right now, you've got a lack of knowledge?
For sure, definitely.
And this lack of knowledge, is this what's keeping you away from the stock market?
Well, part of it, yeah.
Okay. Interesting answer. What's the other part?
I would say time.
Okay. So I'm going to go back here and I'm going to make a note of time. Very important. What do you mean by time?
Well, I'm currently busy studying through my company.
Okay. Let me ask an interesting question. So how much time do you think it takes to be involved in the stock market?
Well, definitely, I think more than half a day, I would say.
Really?
I think so, yeah.
You think so?
Yes.
But you're not sure how much
No.
time it would take?
No.
Okay. Is that you're unsure because you don't really know about the stock market?
That's right,
All
yes. Yes.
Okay. So now we've established you think you don't have time
Yeah,
because you don't really know what it will take.
that's correct.
We've also established that you've got a lack of knowledge.
Yes.
Am I right?
Yes.
So until you don't attend to this knowledge, will you be able to get into shares and trade?
No, not at all.
So can I say, thank you very much, is that your stumbling block?
Well, yeah, definitely. I mean, I don't want to lose my money if I don't know anything about it.
Okay, so is that keeping you away from the stock market?
Yeah, the main reason, yeah,
And that's why you want to learn more?
for sure.
Okay. Let's go to question number 2. Why are you interested in the stock market?
I want to make extra money.
You want to make money?
Yes.
Okay. Now I'm going to ask you 2 critically important questions.
Okay.
Very, very important questions. You ready for it?
Yes.
You say you want to make money. What I want to know from you firstly is, I'm so sorry.
Okay, so I just want to know, before you actually move on to your second question, so you basically finish it off with the trial close?
Yes,
Okay.
absolutely. Danie asked a very important question, and I want to highlight it on the training recording. I've highlighted it before, but I want to highlight it again. When I go through this question, I actually have 4 steps. Above this line here at the top, that area there, that's my area where I ask the question that I know I want to ask. So that's my first thing that I do, is I ask the questions that I know I want to ask.
Okay.
Okay? Then, from that line to this line that I'm drawing here at the bottom now, this is the areas, my second part. This is where I write down the keywords of what the client tells me, and I actually have a conversation with him. And in there, you will see that I even bring in some closes as well. And then step number 3, below this line here at the bottom, step number 3, that's where I get to the answer that I want. And then step number 4, before I go to the next question, I do a few trial closes so that I know that I've hammered the point home before I go to the next part. Everyone there? If you want to come stand behind my shoulder, you're welcome so that you can see better. That's no problem. So you will see that I follow those 4 steps on my 5 questions.
Okay.
But I'm going to do something new that I'm 100% sure you've never seen me do in a presentation with question 2. So let me do that part of the role play. But that's very good. So Danie, I asked you why you're interested in the stock market, and you said because you want to make money.
For sure, yes.
Okay. Can I now ask you 2 critical questions?
Yes.
My first question, Q1, question 1 is, how much money would you like to make every month from the stock market?
Sure, that's difficult to say. Well, let's say in the region of 15,000.
Okay. I don't normally ask it, 15,000 Rand a month.
Yeah.
Let me ask it later. So 15,000, that's what you want every month?
That's what I want every month, yeah.
Okay. My next critical, important question is, when do you want this money?
Soonest.
ASAP?
Yes.
Okay. Are you ready for my third question?
Yes, sir.
You've just told me you want 15,000 bucks a month, and you want it ASAP.
Yes.
With what you know in the stock market now,
Yeah.
can you make 15 grand a month?
No, for sure not.
Can you
I'm
make it
going to lose
ASAP?
No,
Why not?
because I don't know anything about the stock market. Well done. Okay, so then you're going back.
Okay, so my first question was, how much money would you like to make per month? And my second question was, when do you want to make this money?
Okay.
And you've committed now. I
Yes.
know how much you want to make, and I know that you want to make it ASAP, and you've suddenly realized you're screwed because you don't have the knowledge to make it.
Okay.
But I just want to come back to my second question. So, Danie, you're interested in the stock market, if I summarize it here, because you want to make bucks.
For sure.
That's what you're looking for.
Yes.
That's what you're working towards.
Yes.
That's your goal.
For sure.
Okay. Let's go to question number 3. And I want you guys to note that I've actually changed the heading from what you have on your worksheet to what I have on my thing. And I only changed it this morning. So you will get the latest documentation. So my third question is, I want to go through a checklist of what you do with your money right now.
Spend it.
All right. I want to go through a checklist. And I'm telling you, I don't want to be personal.
Of course.
So what is your first answer? Your first answer is you spend it.
Yes.
Okay. But let me go through the checklist just so that I can be safe.
Okay.
Do you have a bank account?
Yes, I do.
Which bank?
F&B.
FNB.
Yes.
Do you use a savings account?
Yes, I do.
Do you save money in it?
Hardly.
Any money in it?
Yeah, around about 22,000, I would say.
22,000.
Yeah.
You've got a check account?
Yes, I do.
Okay. Credit card?
No.
No credit
No
card.
credit card.
Okay. Next thing on my checklist, any property?
Yes.
Okay. Where you live or as an investment?
As an investment.
So you have your own house and you have an extra property.
That's correct, yes.
How is that doing for you?
Not so well because I had to come down with my bond in order to get it rendered.
Okay. So you had to charge less rent.
Than my bond, yeah.
Okay. So you're paying money in.
That's correct, yes.
Okay. Any insurance policies or anything like that?
No.
Okay. That's money in the bank, your savings account. What kind of interest are you getting per annum on that money?
Sure. I'm lucky if I'm getting like 4%.
Okay. So I'm going to write in here on my thing 4% per annum.
Yeah.
You with me so far?
Yes, I am.
Any questions from your side, Don?
No, not really. I'm doing exactly the same as what I had just now with my client.
Yeah?
Yeah. And I feel I should have wrote the deal and I didn't.
Okay. I'm going to take you through the rest of the presentation.
Okay.
When we get to the end, then let's review what you did, and then maybe you can point out what you did, what's different with what you did to what I did.
Okay.
Is that okay?
Super. Yes.
Okay, so 4% per annum. Let's go to question number 4. My question is, are you happy with this kind of growth on your money?
Definitely not.
Definitely not.
Definitely not.
Definitely not. I actually
Yes.
wanted to make exclamation marks there. Okay. So, can I summarize it here and say you're unhappy here at the bottom?
Yes, for sure.
Okay. I wanted to know from you, Danie. So, do you want to make a change?
Yes, definitely.
Is there urgency for you?
Yes, for sure. Otherwise, you wouldn't sit here.
Okay.
That's what my client said.
Excellent. Okay. Let's go to question number 5. You've already told me that you want to make, now listen carefully. Hey, I'm not going to be like the president and quote a number now, but listen carefully. Come on, someone's got to laugh. Do you know that every time he's going to say a number, he says, listen carefully, and then he fucks it up. So I don't want to say that on the recording, but it's true. So let's talk about why you want to trade. Now, I've got 2 very critically important pieces of information. You've told me that you wanted 15 grand a month and you wanted ASAP.
Yes.
So actually what I want to know is, what do you want that money for?
I want to make provision
Yeah? Provision
Yeah.
for what?
for the unseen. Let me tell you what happened with me. I'm actually 5 months with this company now.
Yeah?
I've been retrenched previously,
Yeah?
and I battled to find a job.
Yeah?
So I want something to fall back on if something should happen.
Sure. So you want a plan B.
That's right, yeah.
You want to make enough money from the stock market so if you lose your job again, you're going to be okay.
That's right. Yes.
Have you even gone to the point where you considered that obviously you're going to start small with us, you're going to learn how to trade, that you could place yourself in a position where the money that you potentially make from trading every month could be more than the salary you earn now?
Serious?
Yeah.
Then you have to show me.
Okay. But on a serious note there, would that be attractive to you?
Yes, for sure.
Would you want to be one of those people who would have the choice to leave their jobs because the market is making you enough money and your trading is making you enough money to live?
Yes, for sure.
Okay. So these are very important dreams and goals that you have, am I
Yeah.
right? And you want to get there.
For sure.
You
Yeah.
don't want to be in a position again where you lose your job and you don't know what to do.
No, I had to move back to my folks. Stayed there for 2 years, and yeah, I
So
don't
it
want
was
to be
really
there.
crap.
Yeah, it was.
Okay. So what I want to do now is I want to summarize the page. I want to summarize what you've told me, and I want you to double check with me that I understand you correctly.
Okay.
You with me?
Yes.
Okay. First thing here is you told me that you have these dreams and goals and that they're important here.
That's correct.
You told me that you're unhappy with your money in the bank
Yes, I am.
because it's giving you how much?
4% per annum.
Okay, so here becomes a critical question. Are you ready for the critical question?
Yes, sir.
If you keep your money in the savings account and it grows at 4% per annum, are you ever going to get to a position where it's going to make it possible for you, when you're next retrenched, to live okay?
No, for sure not.
Is 4% going to make any of your dreams and goals come true?
No,
Is it going to make you rich?
no.
So where does that leave you?
I'm fucked.
Okay? Is that why you're interested in making money from shares?
For sure.
But right now you can't make 15 grand a month ASAP because
I don't have the knowledge. So then, after question 5, you're actually moving it backwards to question 1 to get back again to the main factor of.
well, that's
of
my
knowledge.
page close.
Okay.
I did every question with you and I closed you at the bottom.
Okay.
And now all I did at the end is I summarized all your answers. I actually just chatted to you and said, Danie, this is what you want, but you're unhappy with your money in the bank.
Yeah.
And look what I did there. When I said to you, if you keep your money in the bank, will you make all these dreams and goals come true? And you said no. I created some urgency.
That's
well,
correct,
you're
yeah.
totally screwed if you don't make a plan to do something.
Something about it, yeah.
So is that all part of why you want to make money from shares?
Yes.
But you can't make money from shares because?
I don't have the knowledge.
So what's the real